Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, let us continue solving the exercise 13.1, problem number 9 to problem number 16. Okay, I have already solved 1 to 8 in the previous video. Okay, you can check the video if you want the solution for problem 1 to 8. Let us look at the 9th problem. So here it is, limit x tends to 0 ax plus b divided by cx plus 1. This is a rational function. Okay, and if you have watched my previous video, what you do when it is a rational function, directly substitute. Okay, so what you will get, a times 0 plus b divided by c times 0 plus 1. So this is equal to 0 plus b divided by 0 plus 1, and that will be nothing but b divided by 1. Okay, that is equal to b. So this is the finite quantity, this is the definite number. So this is the answer for the problem 9. Okay, now let us look at this problem 10th. Limit z tends to 1, z raised to 1 by 3 minus 1 divided by z raised to 1 by 6 minus 1. Now here if you see, this is a rational function, because here both the numerator as well as the denominator are polynomials, but the power is a fractional power. Okay, so that is the difference, but still we have to first substitute the given point. So what you will get, 1 raised to 1 by 3 minus 1 divided by 1 raised to 1 by 6 minus 1. So that is nothing but 1 raised to 1 by 3 is 1 minus 1 divided by 1 raised to 1 by 6 is 1 minus 1. Okay, this is what you will get. So 1 minus 1 is 0 divided by 1 minus 1 is 0. So you are getting 0 by 0. Okay, now when you get 0 by 0, what you do, see, when you get 0 by 0, the first thing you do, or one thing you can do, is simplify or factorize the denominator as well as the numerator. Simplify or factorize the numerator and the denominator. Okay, but this won't help here, because the power of the polynomial is a fractional power for both numerator as well as the denominator. So here you have to do another thing. Okay, and that I am writing here. Second, you have to rearrange. Okay, rearrange the terms of the function to use a formula. Okay, what do? You have to rearrange the terms of the function to use a formula. Rearrange, or even you can say you have to manipulate, because sometimes rearrangement only won't help. So here you have to manipulate. Now what do you mean by manipulation? Multiplying or dividing some quantity. Okay, in that way you can manipulate. So let us see for this problem how you can manipulate. So limit z tends to 1, z raised to 1 by 3 minus 1 divided by z raised to 1 by 6 minus 1. This will be equal to limit z tends to 1. Now what I will do here is I will multiply and divide by z minus 1. Okay, for the function. So z raised to 1 by 3 minus 1 divided by z minus 1, and then the whole divided by z raised to 1 by 6 minus 1 divided by z minus 1. What I have done, I have manipulated. I have multiplied and divided by z minus 1. Okay, so now what you'll get here, this is equal to limit z tends to 1. I am splitting the limit for both the numerator as well as the denominator. This is by property 4 of algebra of limit. Okay, so limit z tends to 1, z 1 by 3 minus 1 divided by z minus 1, the whole divided by limit z tends to 1, z raised to 1 by 6 minus 1 divided by z minus 1. Now here you can observe a formula, and that is this: limit x tends to a, x raised to n minus a raised to n divided by x minus a, and that is equal to a times x raised to n minus 1. Oh, I have written the formula wrong, and so here this will be n multiplied by a raised to n minus 1, sorry, n multiplied by a raised to n minus 1. So this is the formula. There should be not there should not be a variable when you calculate the limit. Okay, so I completely missed that. Okay, so n is 1 by 3 and a is 1 here, similarly here, so I'll get 1 raised to minus 2 by 3, 1 raised to minus 5 by 6. So you can see you will get what? You will get 1 by 3 multiplied by 1 divided by 1 by 6 multiplied by 1, and that will be nothing but 1 by 3 multiplied by 6 by 1, and so that will be 2. Answer is 2. Okay, so formula is what? Let us see the formula again. Limit x tends to a, x raised to n minus a raised to n divided by x minus a is equal to n times a raised to n minus 1. Okay, so you will get the answer here, and the answer is 2 for problem 10. So problem 10 is done. Now problem 11. Problem 11 is limit x tends to 1, ax square plus bx plus c divided by cx square plus bx plus a. This function is a rational function, so what we have to do? Directly substitute the given point. Okay, so we will get a 1 square plus b times 1 plus c divided by c 1 square plus b multiplied by 1 plus a. So that is nothing but a times 1 plus b plus c, and that will be divided by c multiplied by 1 square is c multiplied by 1 plus b plus a. So this will be equal to a plus b plus c, and that is divided by a plus b plus c. So both numerator and denominator will get cancelled. Okay, both numerator as well as the denominator will get cancelled. We will get 1. So this is the answer. Now let us look at the problem number 12. In problem number 12, what you have is a numerator and a denominator, and the denominator is a polynomial. Okay, numerator is not a polynomial. Still, what you do here? Rearrange, manipulate, okay, or simplify the numerator as well as the denominator. So limit x tends to minus 2, what you will get here? Cross multiply. So you will get 2 plus x multiplied by 2x, and that is divided by x plus 2. So this will be equal to limit x tends to minus 2. Yeah, first of all, you could have just substituted the limit. Okay, that we have to do, yes, that we have to do. So 1 minus 2 plus half, and then that is divided by minus 2 plus 2, directly substituting the point. So what I am getting here, minus half plus half is 0, divided by minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So then we have to go to the next step, right? And what is that step? To simplify, rearrange or manipulate the function. So what we have got this, right? Now we have to simplify. So x plus 2 divided by 2x, and that is divided by x plus 2, and that we can write it divided by 1. So we will get limit x tends to minus 2 x plus 2 2x multiplied by see, this x plus 2 divided by 1 we can multiply it to the numerator, and we will get 1 by x plus 2. So x plus 2 will get cancelled. We will get limit x tends to minus 2 1 by 2x, and that is nothing but what? See, now this is a rational function, so we can directly substitute the limit. So 1 divided by 2 minus 2, that is nothing but minus half, minus 1 by 4. Okay, so that is the answer for problem 12. Now problem 13. So what is problem 13? Limit x tends to 0 sin ax divided by bx. Okay, so this is equal to, now see, first of all what you have to do here is substitute the given point in the function. So what we will get, sin a times 0 divided by b times 0. So what you are getting, 0 by 0, which is not a definite number. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to either simplify, rearrange or manipulate the function. So write the function again, which is write the limit or the problem which is given, limit sin ax bx equal to, so we have to first bring this constant outside. So 1 by b limit x tends to 0 sin ax divided by x, right? Now you can see that you have a trigonometric function sin ax, and that is divided by ax. Okay, now to use this formula which I am writing here, now limit x tends to 0 sin x divided by x equal to 1. To use this formula, what we have to have here, the variable in the formula should be the variables or the variables in the trigonometric function and in the denominator should be same. So x. Similarly here what you should have, a, I mean if this is ax, you should have ax here, right? I have just written a here, but you cannot just bring a there. So what do you do, divide by a. So now it is okay. So a and a will get cancelled and you will get x back. Okay, if you look at the previous step. So we have just manipulated, we have multiplied and divided by a here, right? Okay, so now we can proceed to use the formula. This 1 by a is there, that we can take out, so 1 by b divided by a, and limit x tends to 0 sin ax, okay, divided by ax you will get, right? Okay, now this will be equal to, now 1 by b by a we can write as a by b, limit x tends to 0 sin ax divided by ax. Now if you look at these, x tends to 0, now x is tending to 0 here, that means what, any constant multiplied by x will also tend to 0, okay, this you have to know. If x tends to 0, then also any constant times x will also tend to 0, because it is just multiplying a constant to the variable. The variable is itself going to 0, and you have multiplied a definite number here, okay, a finite number, a definite number you have multiplied, so it should go to 0, okay, it will go to 0, ax will go to 0. So what that means, this means that if x is tending to 0, ax is tending to 0, and suppose we write ax equal to y here, some other variable, okay, so what we will get, y will tend to 0. So this we can write it as a by b, limit y tends to 0 sin ax is y and y divided by y, okay, limit y tends to 0 sin y divided by y. So this will be nothing but a by b. Now we can use this formula. So limit y tends to 0 sin y divided by y is 1, right? Only variable is different, but that doesn't matter. Variable is just a variable, okay, or you can say a variable is just denoted by letter x, right? So here another letter is there, y. So limit y tends to 0 sin y by y, it is the same, and that is 1. So a by b multiplied by 1 is a by b, okay, that is the answer. And they have not written, but a and b are not equal to 0 here, okay, a and b are not equal to 0, we can take, okay, but at least b should be equal to 0. They have not given, but that is, we have to understand that that is there, so that is the answer 13. Now 14th problem, let us see, limit x tends to 0 sin ax divided by sin bx, okay. Now this is a function which is there, still what we will do, directly substitute first, that is the first step, sin a times 0 plus divided by sin b times 0, and that is sine of 0 divided by sine of 0. So sine of 0 is 0 divided by sine of 0 is 0. So 0 by 0 we are getting here, okay, and I mean that is not the thing we have to get, but we have to write the problem again and simplify, rearrange or manipulate the function to use a formula. So limit x tends to 0 sin ax divided by sin bx, okay, this is equal to limit x tends to 0 sin ax multiplied by 1 by sin bx, like this we can write, and so this is will be equal to limit x tends to 0. What we have to do here, we have to get first of all sin ax divided by x, okay. To proceed to use the formula, we have to at least get x in the denominator for this sign, actually not for this sign we could have just substituted x equal to 0 and we could have got 0. But what happens here if you do that? If you do this, if you do the substitution directly to find the limit, what you are getting? 1 by sine of 0, so which is 1 by 0. Okay, and so that is not defined. So for this sine, you have to get x in the denominator. So what you will do here, sine ax multiplied by 1 by sine bx divided by x and multiplied by x. Okay, so divided and multiplied by x here. Okay, so now what we can do here is rearrange. So limit x tends to 0, and so sine ax divided by we can bring this x in the denominator for sine ax and multiplied by 1 by sine of bx, and that is divided by x. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to bring a here, right? So multiply and divide by a, and here we have to bring b, so multiply and divide by b. So this will be equal to what? So I'll see, if you look at this, we will get 1 divided by 1 by a, limit x tends to 0, sine ax divided by ax, right? And multiplied by this, what will happen here? 1 by b. Okay, not same thing, and multiplied by limit x tends to 0, 1 by sine bx divided by bx. So this will be equal to 1 by ab, and that will be nothing but limit, multiplied by limit x tends to 0, sine ax divided by ax multiplied by limit x tends to 0, 1 by sine bx divided by bx. Okay, so this will be equal to, now this here you will get ab limit x tends to 0, sine ax divided by ax, and this limit we can take it in the denominator. So 1 by limit x tends to 0, sine bx divided by bx. So this is equal to ab multiplied by, now again you don't need to write ax equal to y and then limit y tends to 0, sine y by y. This you don't need to write. You have to understand that if x tends to 0, that means ax will also tend to 0. Okay, and then we can use the formula directly. But what is the main thing? You should have both the variables same, ax here, right? So this will be 1, this one, and multiplied by, what will be this? So 1 divided by, this limit will be also 1, right? Limit sine bx divided by bx, that is 1. This will be equal to ab. So AB is the answer. Now let us go to the next one. So that is the 15th. If we directly substitute, what you will get? Sine pi minus pi divided by pi multiplied by pi minus pi, and so it will be equal to sine of 0 divided by pi multiplied by 0, that is nothing but 0 divided by 0. So what we have to do? Manipulate, simplify or rearrange the function to use the formula. So sine pi minus x, okay, limit x tends to pi, sine pi minus x pi minus x. This will be equal to, we can take 1 by pi outside. So limit x tends to pi and sine pi minus x divided by pi minus x. This will be equal to 1 by pi, and again you can see the variables are same, sine pi minus x divided by pi minus x, but okay, here limit x tends to pi is there. Okay, so here we have to just manipulate. So limit x tends to pi, sine of pi minus x, we can write it as minus x minus pi, and pi minus x in the denominator we can also write it as minus x minus pi. So what you will get, this will be equal to 1 by pi, and limit x tends to pi, sine of minus x minus pi will be nothing but minus sine x minus pi. This is by sine theta, this is by sine minus theta equal to minus sine theta. Okay, and minus x minus pi is in the denominator. So this will be equal to 1 by pi, limit x tends to pi, minus and minus will get cancelled, you will get sine x minus pi divided by x minus pi. Now if you look at the x tends to pi, so this will imply what, x minus pi is going to 0 just by subtracting minus pi on both sides. So x minus pi tending to 0. So if we write x minus pi equal to y, so what will get, y tends to 0, right? And then what will happen here, we'll get 1 by pi, limit, now x tends to pi means y tends to 0, and sine y divided by y. So this will be nothing but 1 by pi, limit y tends to 0, sine y by y is 1, and that is nothing but 1 by pi. Okay, so this is the answer. Now we will go to the next problem, that is the last one, 16th. Limit x tends to 0, cos x divided by pi minus x. First of all, we have to directly substitute the given point, right? So cos of 0 divided by pi minus 0, that is nothing but cos of 0 is 1 divided by pi minus 0 is pi, and so the answer is what, 1 by pi. Okay, so that's it in the video. If you have liked my video, please hit the like button, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.